What is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, your king, welcoming you back to more Let's Play Animal Crossing New Horizons. In the last episode, I finally did something that was so long overdue that it's almost comical at this point. I finally decided to actually start decorating my house. I know, I haven't done that for this entire Let's Play, but I've been focused on so many other things as well as decorating other people's houses that I'm finally giving myself time to actually do it to my own. Now, this room is mostly done. At least I think it's mostly done. And there is like one thing I know I want to add, although the more I look at it, the more I'm feeling like this corner might be a little bit empty, so maybe I'll add something to that a little bit later. I don't know. But the other room that I ended up working on is the one on the left side. I said I was going to use the ranch set for some things, so I sort of made this my makeshift kitchen area. In a way, a little bit more cozy on this side. I know it's not at all compatible with the styles of what was going on over there, but it is kind of its own thing. And that's going to be how it is pretty much from room to room because, again, that cohesiveness between sets generally is the thing that you're actually going to want every single time. This is also where, of course, I pretty much do all of my crafting in this room from cooking to, actual crafting itself. So that is the setup for the first two rooms so far. I am still in the process of working on the next room, which is going to be mostly themed around the antique set, but also possibly a little bit of the elegant set. I don't know. In fact, I think I have a few of those furniture pieces in my mail at this exact moment, but it is not going to be all of them, so we're not going to be able to finish the entire thing today. No, today's going to be probably more on the chill side once again. Also, Tangy sent me something. What's up, Levi? The umbrella I thought I lost. Totes in my house all of a sudden, like it must have ran off a party while I went and bought a new one, then showed back up. Now I'm giving it to you. Enjoy the umbrella. Aww. Well, thank you, Tangy. And then still got a rank B, but that is going to improve in due time. Don't you worry. It's not like I've only improved the two rooms that already had stuff in them anyway. We got a bed, a bureau, and a couple of chairs. Now, my problem is that I need to be going back to Paradise Planning and actually doing more exchanging for Pokey because I don't know if I mentioned this, but I guess I don't think I made it clear in the last episode at the very least, but you can only exchange a certain amount of bells for a certain amount of Poke per day. So I'm going to have to be doing that pretty much every single day until I can afford everything in the catalog that I actually want. So it is going to be a little bit of a process. But okay, snowballs over here. Let's build ourselves our obligatory snowman today. And oh, wow, they're literally right next to each other. So this should actually be super easy to do. What I think I'll do is I'll just push it along the path of my orchard over here. And let's see, I'm going to go around the bush all the way over here. And then actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back a little ways to about there. And that should form my base. Now let's take our other one, which is right here. Can barely get behind that even. Just kind of kick it over this way. Make sure we don't accidentally kick it into the tree or we're going to lose it. There we go. Just kind of going based off of feel as I always do. But eventually it's going to feel just right. And I assume if I just push this right into the other one, it should be the perfect size. I'm not liking that. I feel like I lost some... Oh, I did. Oh, I did lose some size because I'm technically not pushing it on grass right now. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm going to have to eyeball this. Hold on. I messed up. That's right, because of my stupid transparent spaces that I put down just above the flowers that actually messed up with the snowball size a little bit. So let me do that a little bit, and I'm going to have to, like I said, I'm going to have to eyeball this. I think that honestly might be... No, it needs to be a little bigger. Just a little bigger. Let's just go... like that. All right, now let's push it in. Let's see. Nope, that was wrong. Nope. Gosh dang it. See, I messed it up for myself. Pushing it in this area I shouldn't have pushed it over by my flowers. Sorry, dude. Gosh dang it. Well, that's okay. At least, some of the bonus ones that I got off screen are now being made up for. So I guess that works out. Now, something else I also want to go over today. So we went over friendships in the last episode over at Harv's Island. I'm actually going to be heading back there here relatively soon here in this episode to go over that. We'll get to fly in here pretty early in the episode. But something I wanted to specifically talk about was how to actually get the photos from our most prized villagers. Now, I did a little bit of off-screen digging, and it does look like almost all of my villagers outside of just a few, although I haven't checked all of them just yet, but outside of just a few are already at the stage where they could potentially give me the photo. The problem is I actually need to meet the conditions that are going to allow them to do that, and to meet those conditions, I need to be giving away gifts. Now, the problem with giving away gifts is that if you give certain things to your villagers, they're going to put them in their house, and that's fine and all. But when you're giving them gift after gift after gift in order to eventually get their photo, it actually can completely change the entire layout of their house, thus messing up the feng shui of everything that's going on, and that can be a little bit annoying. However, there is sort of a workaround for this, because you do want to be giving villagers the absolute most valuable gifts that you can. But when I say most valuable, it needs to be over a certain threshold. I want to say something like 3,000 bells or 2,000 bells or something like that. It doesn't have to absolutely be crazy. And then you also want to make sure that you're wrapping the gifts. Now, the one thing that meets this criteria that actually will not mess with your villagers' houses is fossils. That's right. And not all of fossils, though, but specifically the fossils that make up parts of larger fossils. So I'm talking the torsos, the skulls, the legs, the wings, things like that. Villagers are never going to put those up in their houses because they are too big. So if you want to be able to give away valuable gifts, also, hi, CJ. If you want to give away valuable gifts and, meet the max requirement to increase their happiness while also giving yourself the potential of actually getting a photo in return, you're going to want to assess as many fossils as possible. Now, that's funny because I literally just sold all of the fossils that I had, so I'm going to have to get myself some more. And that is going to be a little bit of a process, but I will get it done. So every single fossil I dig up today, I'm going to be assessing and seeing if I can't turn them into gifts. But I think before we do all of that, let's take care of a few obligatory things here. I'm also sure that I'm going to get the riot act from my villagers because I think it's already been more than a week since I last talked to them, but again, that's okay. That actually doesn't really affect their friendships too much, so it shouldn't be a big deal. Oh, we got a pinball machine. Do I actually already have the pinball machine in my catalog? I should probably check that. And I don't think I do. Yeah, I don't. So I'm actually going to order that one, please and thank you. There are variants to it as well, so we could definitely get those from the llamas, from Cyrus. What's this one here? Kitchen counter. Nah, I'll pass on that one. I'm not really going for anything that fits that set too well. Now, the other thing I need to do is I actually need to order a second ranch chair based on what I have been doing. Just one more in the same color. So let's see. There we go. And we're going to do it in dark brown, which is the color that I went with for the entire set. So that'll be arriving in the next episode. I think everything else here is good. I am going to just briefly check carpets and wallpapers just to see if there's anything good here. A shoji screen wall, maybe, but I'll probably pass. Actually, I think I'm going to get the brown crown wall. It's not my favorite crown wall for what I want to do, but it actually might fit with the antique set very well. I don't like the floorings here, though, like at all. So not for what I have in mind. So let's get the heck on out of here. And what I'm going to do is I think I'm just going to head straight on over to Harv's Island first, and then we will move on from there and then, go to Paradise Planning and then come back. So all in due time. See you all at Harv's Island in just a moment after I dig this up. Here we are. All right. And yes, I am also aware of the fact that I am currently holding the informative statue. I also have that thing I need to give to one of my villagers. All in due time. All in due time. We'll get around to it. I want to see if there is, in fact, a new thing here. And I believe both of these are already in the museum already, so I'm just going to have to pass on them. This one's also, I believe, the fake. I'm pretty sure this one's legit, but I am almost positive I already have a Valiant statue. In fact, didn't I also have one outside for a time? I might still have it out there. I honestly don't know. Anyway, let's go and talk to Katrina to start things off today. And the next one that I wanted to actually check up on the friendship of was Kiki, to see if I'm even close there. So, yeah, because Kiki is my newest villager and possibly the least friendly to me, but I would still be willing to bet that it's probably Angus. Just because I fail to talk to the guy all the time. I lose track of him constantly because he always just kind of goes missing around the island and he seems to never be in his house. Let's see. I see something. Yes. Let's see. What do we got? I see many faces before me. Kiki's consciousness. Oh, and there is your face. And again, and again. Perhaps 20% of the faces I see are yours. From what I can sense in this image, I gather that you are known quite well by Kiki. I sense the beginnings of a stronger bond of acquaintances who happen to live on the same island. So she is nowhere near where we need to have her to be to get her photo, but that is something I do want to have happen before the end of this Let's Play. So that's something I'm going to have to work on. She is definitely going to be getting some gifts later, but it is definitely something I'm going to have to keep working on. Let's see. Yeah, sure. Please bless me so that I can get additional friendship points from hanging out with her today and giving her stuff today, because that is always... She basically doubles the amount of friendship points that you will get for doing it. Also, does she do an entire... Oh, you have to do another thing? Okay. Well, I wasn't expecting that, but all right. That's fine. Oh, what does it say? Friendship... Did it say rules? Did it say friendship rules backwards? I think that's exactly what it was. Oh, Katrina, you are so tacky, and I kind of love it. That is all. I hope that my crystal will guide you and as you strengthen your friendship with Kiki. Goodbye. Well, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, Sahara, I'm going to drop off at your store really quickly just to see if you have anything I could possibly need. I don't think I have the bathhouse wall, so I think I'm going to take that one. And I also don't think I have the meadow flooring there either, so I'm probably going to end up getting those. I also don't think I have... I think I have everything in here, or I don't have anything in here except for, well, I'm not counting the rugs, but I think this is the only one I have, the steampunk flooring, because the palace wall and the daisy meadow, I'm pretty sure I don't have these, so I'm going to, and the reason I'm pretty confident in that is because I literally just went through and cleared out a bunch of duplicates that I happen to have gotten by accident, which I do often enough in this game. I just kind of forget all of the stuff that's already in my storage, and then it's like, oh, now I have 2 of these. Well, I might as well sell one of them off. And, you know, just worry about trying to collect the rest later. But, yeah, that was a pretty good set of things to get there. The bathhouse, I might actually see if I can do something with that in my right-hand room, since I still don't have anything planned for that. And then, like I said, my upstairs is probably going to end up being my achievements room, and my downstairs is going to be, I don't know yet. We will find out. All right, off to work. I will see you all at Paradise Planning in just a moment. Okay, here we are now. Really quickly, I probably should grab my obligatory bottle before we go any further, just because, well, you never... What the heck is this doing here? I didn't know that. How long have these been here? Oh, it's because they're doing a festival today. Okay, that's right. Yeah, I forgot. There's supposed to be like a little follow-up festival that you can go do. It just kind of reoccurs. I think it's actually... Is it really every... No, it's not every set day, I think. I don't know. I'm not really too concerned with it anyway, because like I said, we're basically done with Paradise Plan. Like, I get there's more I could do. And honestly, I probably should, just for accumulating more Pokey if possible, because I do need some more. But, yeah, DJ KK himself will be performing here. Show starts at 6 p.m. Cool, cool, cool. Well, thank you. Ooh. Hold on a moment. There's a couple of things here, but I don't really have the money for these. A decorative pillar. That could actually be really nice for... Well, here, let me do an exchange first. The absolute max that I can possibly do. So, not a crazy amount, unfortunately. But that's going to be it for today. I don't think I'm going to be able to buy too many things from the catalog. I think I'm going to... Well, hold on. Before I make this decision and commit to it, let's make sure I don't already have it. That would be silly if I bought it and I already had it somewhere. And I do. Okay, well, I'm glad I didn't. It's just in a different color, so I guess that makes sense. All right. Well, let's see what we got, Wardle. Show me the goods. So I am still in the antique set. I've got all the way through to the chair, but I don't have the clock, console table, mini table, or vanity or wardrobe. And the ones that are these expensive, I'm going to end up only getting like one at a time. I'm going to try to buy a little bit in bulk today. So, well, actually, that's going to leave me at just these two for today, which I suppose is fine, because then I can get the clock with whatever the exchange rate is on the next day, and then, you know, work my way down the list slowly but surely. It'll probably take me like 3 or 4 days to get the rest of that set. So, there we go. I think I'm happy with that for now. Maybe off screen, I'll get a few more things in Paradise Planning done just to accumulate a bit more Pokey so that I can actually get what I want. But I'm happy with that for now. Let's head back to our island, and we can get to talking to our actual villagers. Okay, welcome back, everybody. And man, my pockets are filling up quick here. So let me unbox all of these things really quickly, and then we can get to working on some of this stuff. So I still need to worry about all these fossils. Also, thank you for the umbrella. A panda umbrella. I want to see what this looks like. Oh, that is so cute, Tangy. Thank you. Absolutely adorable. Definitely going to be using these a lot more once it actually starts raining, but put that away for now. Also, might as well check, even though I probably already have this DIY, but you never know. I don't. Okay, a pretty tulip wreath. That's also awesome. All right, let's take a look around and get to talking to some people. I definitely want to see if I can't figure out who this dropped thing belongs to. Once again, Angus is not home. As I said, he almost never is, but it looks like Cranston is, so this is a start. Let's go say hi really quickly and see if they can give me any information on where this bag goes. Oh, you're doing it. Honestly, I got to say, like the last 3 days in a row that I've checked for whoever's doing the DIY thing, it's been Cranston every time. So yeah, I knew it. I knew it was going to be more than a week. Okay, here, go back to doing that, and then I can talk to you. Okay, what are you doing? Making me an orange rug? One of the bugs on the floor whispered the DIY instructions. Okay, just an orange rug. Cool. I'll take it. Why not? That's pretty cool. That's right. I forgot that today's the Lunar New Year stuff, too. I should probably actually check on that. We might end up having to do a back-to-back episode thing, because I don't know if I'm going to have time to celebrate that today. I said so many things that I wanted to work on. I forgot that that's exactly what today was. Oh my gosh, this is me being so responsible right now. So, okay, that's why I didn't really remember anything about it, is because it's a thing that your villagers talk to you about, but there isn't actually like an event like marking it of any sort. There's just some items that you can get yourself from. Actually, I want to say, if you go into the Nook shopping app, they should just be, yep, okay, you got a few things right here. A Rossetti model for Groundhog Day? That's adorable. I didn't actually know about that. That's awesome. Also, I love big game seller. You can just call it the Super Bowl, guys. It's fine. That is so cute. Okay, well, that's probably my limit since I already bought the ranch chair earlier, but I'm going to have to get myself the New Year decoration, red envelope, and the lucky pouch a little bit later, but that's awesome. Okay, some cute stuff that we can order in the mail as well. Tangy, where did you go? I wanted to talk to you. Because Cranston didn't really give me any information. Kiki! Actually, here we go. Let's talk to you. I'm so sorry. I know you never offend me. You're a sweetheart. Also, adorable little dress, by the way. Oh my goodness. She's so cute. Did you lose this? I like how she's all coy about it. Like, no, you can tell me if you lost something or not. Doesn't belong to me. Come to think of it, I did hear Vivian was looking for a lost item. Okay, good. Well, we will go and talk to her as soon as possible. Let me, again, just kind of catch up with everybody. Scared to take my eyes off my bobber. That should still count as the initial conversation, so they're not going to berate me again after the fact. That's good. At least Vivian is inside her house, so I will go and say hello to her. And then what I'm going to do specifically is I'm going to give gifts to Kiki as well as all of the villagers that I know are at the highest rating. So sorry about that, Vivian. Let's quickly go over this thing. Yeah. Lunar New Year. Everyone's got to talk about the Lunar New Year. They're so excited about it. I need to talk to you about this lost item, though. So much dialogue we have to go through. There you go. Well, thank you so very much. I was looking for so long. It was awful. Now I insist you let me reward you. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. A basketball tank. Okay, cool. I mean, wrong sport. This is more Super Bowl time, but whatever. I will still take it. I wonder what jersey lookalike we can get out of this. Let's take a look at it really fast. The Seattle Supersonics? A team that doesn't exist anymore? That's pretty much all I can get out of that. I mean, so I guess it's kind of Boston Celtics-y, but it's the yellow that's like throwing it off. Celtics are just like green and white. It's definitely more like old Seattle vibe. definitely showing my age there. Hey, for those who don't know, the Oklahoma City Thunder once used to be the Seattle Supersonics. It's a big deal, and people in Seattle are still extremely pissed off about it, and it has really never been something that they've ever gotten over. But don't worry, guys, because, well, at least as far as everyone can tell, you're probably going to be the next team, or next city to get an expansion team anyway, aside from, like, maybe Las Vegas. All right, sport tangent over. Oh my gosh, there's so many things to dig up here. That's good, though, because I do need these fossils. But again, they need to be the parts of the actual larger skeletons. They can't be like the amber or the, you know, the skull or the petrified poop or any of that stuff. Because those they will put in their house, and we don't want that. But there's more to the entire situation. So let's head into Nook's Cranny next with what little pocket space I still have. And what I need to do is I actually need to buy whatever wrapping paper they have on hand. I should have done that the first time I was here, and I neglected to do that. So let's see. You've got brown, and I'm going to go red. I think red is probably neat enough. So there we go. All right, now I will meet you guys all over at the museum in just a moment, where we will get all these fossils assessed and see what we can do with them. All right, now really quickly, before I do anything else, let me actually check some of this stuff. Okay, not really anything I'm super interested in today. I was wondering if I was, like, the game wanted me to get, like, a coffee or something, too. But, all right, let's get these assessed and see how many gifts we can actually get out of this. I really hope that they are all actually worthwhile. So 6 potential ones. Tell me all about it, Blathers. All right, thank you very much. I know it's obviously a given, but that they're not going to be new, but whatever. And now we can see, okay, Dimetrodon skull, there's a good one. Mammoth skull, Parasaurus skull, Diplo skull, Plesiotail, and oh my gosh, all 6 of them. I love it. That is awesome. Now, which ones I give, again, it really doesn't matter. So I'm just going to be kind of going from person to person here. So really quickly, let me use these to wrap some things. So doing that wrong at the start. I'll just kind of wrap as many as I can here. Like so. There. And then again, if I don't need to overdo it, but the ones I'm most confident in right at this exact moment are Marina, Blair, and Agnes. I'm a little confident that Tangy is at a higher friendship rating too, but I'm not 100% positive with her. I think I would like to check her the next time I get the chance to. But I'm like 100% positive with Blair and Agnes, or not Agnes, Blair and Marina, and I'm like 95% positive with Agnes. So let's go on in here first. I'll talk to Kiki in just a second, and you can kind of see the reactions out of all of them, and then we can see if maybe this pays off well. Hi, Blair. You have been like in your house every single day for the past several episodes too, so that's also been kind of obnoxious. And that's right, we got to get through the multiple dialogues. I guess it's not a bad thing when they're home. It does make it a little bit easier to, like, track them down. So, all right, here you go. This is for you, Blair. Do not put this in your house. Well, look at that. It's a Dimetrodon skull. I was going to thank you for such a lovely gift. How can I thank you? Why don't you take this reward of a jockey's helmet? And see, this is the problem with this, is your chance of actually getting the photo in return are, I don't want to say extremely low, but pretty low. So it's just something that you're going to have to keep trying over and over and over again to see if it ever eventually pays off. There's no way of knowing if it's going to, though, so you just got to be patient with it. But try that every single day, and eventually, I don't know, maybe at some point you'll actually see something. Now, I'm sure Kiki's not going to give me anything in return, or at least not, you know, not going to give me a photo or anything, what I'm actually after, but go ahead. There we go. And the treasure love fossils, thank you so much. Green floral flooring. Okay, cool. And again, I can just kind of plop all these in my storage and then worry about them later. Okay, I need to track down both Marina and Agnes. Marina was out here earlier, but I don't know exactly where she's walked off to, so that might be a little bit tricky to track her down. Agnes I haven't seen all day, so I have no idea where she is. But I will have to keep looking around. She could be in one of the houses. Potentially? Maybe? I don't know. Oh, that's right. Marina was fishing, wasn't she? Yeah, she is. I'm going to have to actually wait for her to stop fishing, though. Okay, but Agnes, though, she could be in one of the stores. Could check the Able sisters really quickly just to see if maybe she happens to be walking around in there. Because she was definitely not in Nook's cranny. And no, she is not in here, but there is actually possibly some interesting things that I could get here. Let me take a look inside the fitting room for a moment. Okay. Faux hair sweater. Gown coat. Peasant blouse. Plushy muffler coat. I love that it's like supposed to be like a fox skin, but it's clear, or pelt, but it's clearly not at the same time because it's a plushie. It's a plushie. It's fine. Yeah, actually, I don't really like anything that's here. If I'm being completely honest, the no-show. Yeah, I'm not even going to worry about that. Not even going to bother. So I think I'll just head on out and, of course, say my obligatory hellos to Sable. And that's exactly what I'm actually doing, Sable. I am specifically trying to wear warm outfits right now because you're so right. It is cold. Not a fan of... Well, I shouldn't say that. I've already been over this many times. I am a fan of winter, so I know I'm weird for it, but I will never change. I will never stop. All right, Marina. Well, you're going to make things pretty hard for me, aren't you? Because you're just going to stay here fishing for a while. Yeah, I'll get around to giving it to her at some point. I think... Man, what are we left with today? I mean, there's just so many things to go over, but honestly, like, no time left to do it. I mean, there's all my stuff in here. There's the antiques. I guess I could start putting some things down just to sort of mess with it a little bit and see if I can change up the parameters out here a tiny bit so that Marina is no longer fishing and Agnes is out wandering around. So, because there's a possibility Agnes could be in one of the exhibits in the museum, and at that point, it's like, that's going to take me forever to track her down. Like, I know I could run through them all in like 5-10 minutes, but I don't want to bother. Okay, sorry for that cut. Blair actually walked in like right as I was getting around to decorating. I think what I'm actually going to do, though, just because I'm looking at the time of this episode, and, you know, maybe it isn't the best idea to get that done. I think I just need to wait for the rest of the pieces to show up, and then we can sort of worry about that a little bit later. Instead, maybe I ought to get this thing donated and then see if, well, hopefully now Marina is actually walking around, or possibly Agnes is, and then I can actually sort of catch them. But I'm going to see... No, you're still in the same spot. Oh, my goodness. Come on, Marina. You're killing me right now. And where is Agnes? I like that Kiki is just hanging out in her yard, but I have no idea where my OG has gotten off to. And Tangy is just singing in the plaza, as she often does, as the peppy villagers often do. I mean, I guess I could check her on... Also, I love how CJ has not budged like an iota since this episode started. He's still in the same place. Okay, real quick. Let me donate my informative statue really quickly, and I'm actually going to look around and see if I can find Agnes in here. And I'll cut to see if I can find her, because I would very much like to be able to give her her gift, but I just don't think I'm going to be able to do it while inside the museum. So let's do this first. And again, just to confirm that I'm not crazy, that this is, in fact, the legit one. There we go. All right, the Rosetta Stone, I believe, is what it's based off of. I don't think it's like some other tablet text thing or whatever. So we'll take that, and I'm going to go see if I can find Agnes. Well, I looked absolutely everywhere, and I have no idea where she's gone off to, so I'm just going to have to consider that one a bust, unfortunately. But I'm just going to have to keep trying. Eventually, I will be able to track them all down. I think I'm going to go buy a whole lot more wrapping paper for future episodes so I can continue giving gifts and whatnot, and hopefully eventually currying the favor necessary to start getting some of those photos, because I would very much like to put them in my house. But that is probably going to actually be it for this episode, guys. I know we didn't go to a Nook Miles Island today, but we'll get it in the next one, I promise. Next episode should be a little bit more on the chill side. Like, yeah, we're still going to do a lot of the obligatory stuff, but I think at that point, other than that, we're just going to have to decorate the main room and then just sort of see about trying to get the rest of the house done. It's going to be a little bit of a process, but we'll have it all done before this Let's Play is finished. And, yeah, still, you know, just kind of looking towards the end of this entire adventure that we've been on together. Oh, but Angus is home. That's good. He's not getting a gift today, though. He'll probably just get a talking to. Anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode very, very much, and I'll see you all in the next one.